Hello there everybody, Sam's Trains here and welcome back to the NEC. It is November once again, which I can't believe, which means we are back here for the biggest exhibition in the Model Railways UK calendar. So we're here at the, I like to say not Worley, but I don't think that's quite correct. So the National Festival of Railway Modelling, which rolls off the tongue. Hopefully this is going to be a good show. There is a lot to see inside apparently. So let's get cracking and I'll give you the full tour. Right, we're in, and this is about the best vantage point we can get. But as you can see, quite a large exhibition this year. I don't know yet about whether it's bigger or smaller than last year, I don't know. But there's obviously quite a lot going on. I could also say that the atmosphere is absolutely electric in here. Crowds of people rushing in this morning, really, really exciting. So let's jump in and let's see what we can find. So here we are at the Hornby stand and there's actually quite a lot to see, including the new Saint class. Now I know this is old news because it's been to a few exhibitions, but this is the first time I've seen it. It looks great. They've even got the newly announced black version as well, which also looks really smart. Slight embarrassment because I was talking to Martin from Hornby and I called it a manor class. So that made me want to drop dead on the spot. That was fun. But either way, yeah, that looks absolutely amazing. Also running on the layout, some interesting things. So they've got that BR kitchen and buttery car, you know, the one they've made look like a pub. They've got that going on the layout, which is great to see. Now, would you believe, because I didn't notice this, but the Azuma running on the layout, that is actually the railroad model. It's not the fully fledged, super expensive railways one, it's the railroad one. And you literally cannot tell. When it's running at speed like that, you just can't tell. Obviously, they've got the super detailed one here as well, but it just goes to show how good that railroad one really looks. That's fantastic. And then, of course, they've got the Police Class 37. They've got the sample here, and they're running it as well, so you can actually see the police light working. This is actually such an unexpected product from Hornby, and this is from an advert from decades ago. On paper, Hornby should never have made this model. In theory, there is not a market for something like this. And yet, I was talking to Hornby, they said actually they're looking at probably having to make another batch of this model because it's been so successful. So it just goes to show sometimes you've got to ignore the numbers, you've got to ignore market research and just do interesting, fun, amusing models. And it works. We've seen it work so many times. So here's a look at the Deltic prototype. I've not seen this all painted up before. Just look at that. It looks very clean actually, doesn't it? Very clean is the way I would describe it. But yeah, really looking forward to seeing this thing finished off. Not too sure when this is due out, but looking at this, probably isn't going to be too long, is it? Very exciting. A bit hard to focus on the TT stuff because it's so small.
Baby trains.
Baby trains. Why didn't Hornby think of that? Why are they calling it TT? I know, baby trains.
As their marketing person.
I think all the model railway enthusiasts would really, really, really appreciate that. Baby trains.
Hit me up.
I think I'm going to call it that from now on. I'll adopt the term.
Sure.
Yeah. Baby train. So which baby train is your favourite?
That's what our baby will be called.
Baby trains?
Baby trains.
My sausage fingers are getting in the way.
Oh yeah.
There we go, right.
That's good. Is that magnetic, that piece? Oh, that's cool. How many times have I said, oh, this train set's perfect for under the Christmas tree? Well, there's the proof. It's a good idea, isn't it?
Cute.
So yeah, a lot going on here. We've got the TT layout, the new B4 tank engine, just done a review on that. Yeah, Hornby stuff looking really, really good. Looking forward to seeing what they do next year. Chloe, do you think that is legit? They will actually loan you a footstool for £3. It's so that kids can see the layouts, I'm guessing.
That's cute.
It is, but I wonder if it's real. So here we are at the Clark Railworks stand, and of course, as always, there's loads and loads to see here, but there's only one thing that I had my eye on, and that was the War Department 210. For the first time that I've seen, anyway, they've got a fully decorated sample Gordon in the LMR livery. Now, this has totally transformed the model. I mean, look at this thing. It looked great as a sample, but once all that paint was on, you could just see what this thing is going to be like. Now, obviously, this is going to be a good model. We all knew it's going to look good. Ellis Clark does a good job, but it is amazing to actually see this thing and how good it looks. Now, I wasn't able to touch the decorated one, but I was allowed to touch the undecorated sample. Yeah, so a few highlights. So the handrail holders are turned as well, are they? I think it turned chimney. Quite a lot of etched and metal detailing. We'll have a look inside the back.
You're paying a premium for it, so
of course.
You've got to have premium materials.
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that kind of stuff for it.
And a lot of that pipe work is separately fitted by the looks of it. And no sign of the KR models one.
Can't comment.
We're going to see if the pug weighs a lot. Ooh, yeah. Chloe's used to handling pugs because she's got one.
It's heavy.
Yeah, it will be heavy.
Show off my nice nails.
Yeah. So if you don't know, Chloe got her nails done especially for this. So
No, I did not.
we've got to get her in. So we've found the miniature railway, and there's nobody here. So I hope no one's going to mind if I just steal it. I'm having a nick it. My goodness gracious me, just look at the way this is crawling. Must be a 5-pole motor, and it must have pickups on all the wheels because it's not cutting out. So I wanted to do a torque test where I stand in front of the engine and try and stop it moving, but I'm told I can't do that. So instead we'll see if we can do a smooth and gradual acceleration. Very good, very good. Chloe's scared. There's nothing to be afraid of. What? Up to the, you're frightened? Well, this is the time where the roller coaster goes into reverse. It accelerates though, doesn't it? I'm not gonna stop this time. We're just gonna go off the end of the track. Shall I get off? So this is where Steve loses his engine because Chloe is famously a very scary driver. Off she goes. She was actually quite scared about doing this, so I'm quite proud that she's done it. Is that it? Reverse back there. Here we go. I'm going to film this because this is where the train blasts through the buffer stop and crashes onto the ground. Bye. You going to go at full speed?
No, look how close I'm.
And I want to say a massive thank you to Steve Purves for potentially putting his engine at risk by letting us have a play with it. He's the There and Back Light Railway, and he does events. He's available to hire, so look him up on Facebook if you want to know more.
No.
So here we are at a very busy Revolution stand, but I do notice they've got some new samples that I've not seen before, so we'll try and fight our way through and see what they've got to show. So up first with Revolution, we've got the N-gauge sample for the Electrostar. Obviously talk quite a lot about the 00 Electrostar, but this is the N-gauge one. So this is a running sample. I don't think they've showed this running yet, but I'm told it does run. And it's a single driven bogie. You can see which one it is. It's that one there. No traction tyres. Apparently it's heavy enough so that it doesn't need those. And this is just going to be fed back on to the factory. So a few changes to make. Said they've got some light bleed issues, all that kind of thing. But you can see the general idea behind this. There's the connector between the units. Don't know how many pins that is, looks like 6. But yeah, there's quite a lot of fancy features here. It's even got the working door locking lights on the side. So for N scale, there's quite a lot to these models, really. And then there's the N-gauge Pullman coaches, which I didn't necessarily realise they were doing. They've got them in earlier condition here without the trusses on the underframe, and also in later condition with the trusses. Again, they look absolutely beautiful, and the detail is pretty good. I mean, we've got separate wire handrails here as well, which I know is only one feature, but it gives you an idea of the level of detail we're dealing with here. So they will look great. I mean, they're looking good now, but if you imagine that complex Pullman livery printed onto these, that's going to be something quite special. So these 262s in narrow gauge are looking very different from what they were last time we saw them. Of course, fully decorated. They're actually quite beautiful engines, aren't they? It's hard to tell that before they've got the paintwork on. But yeah, this really shows what these are going to be like. And these are model rail exclusives. So yeah, with exclusives like that, we don't tend to talk about them that often, which is why it's good to come to shows like this, because you see things that you don't always think about. And of course, it's not all N-gauge either. They've got the Class 180s and the 175s in 00. And these look pretty good as well. I might have to try some of these. If you want to see a review, let me know. There you go, Hornby, eat your heart out. That is possibly the most incredible thing I've ever seen in Lego. Good grief. So here we are at the Rails stand. Rails haven't been at this November exhibition for quite some time, so it's quite good to see them here and have a catch up. Now obviously, if you know Rails, every month more or less there's another new announcement, and a little sneaky preview is apparently there's more still to come this year, so stay tuned for that. But they've got a few samples on display here. The new NER snowplow is behind me. Obviously that's only just been announced, but yeah, you can get a little look of what those are like. Very interesting. A few more samples at the back as well. The Garrett, the grey Garrett, that's the one I quite like the look of. That's looking great. The die-cast Oliver Bullied locos as well, the West Countries, Battle of Britons, they are looking amazing. That's the first time I've actually seen these at all, decorated or otherwise, and yet here they are decorated. That looks great. And then there's a few exclusives as well to look at. The J52, the Rapido J52, they got the black one there, that's all decorated up, got that on display. Lots going on at Rails, and I'm looking forward to seeing what those next announcements are. Were you filming that a minute ago? There's a guy in these guys have come from San Francisco to this show, literally just for 2 days. I think they said San Francisco, didn't they? He's got his friend on speaker on the phone on FaceTime saying, "Oh Sam, will you just have a word with him?" And the guy's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." It's like, I just do model trains on YouTube, but this guy was going to pieces. I've never had that happen before. Chloe's going to see what Accurascale have to offer. Probably some samples. How's it going? What is? Oh yeah. The Class 08's out the cabinet. It's like a zoo animal escaped. It's a good time to talk about the new Class 08 shunter. It's a brand new announcement. It's cheaper than Bachmann's. It's got proper etched grills. The coupling rods look like they're the right shape and the right size. Goodness knows what else is going on. They're doing the cut down version. Looks pretty darn good, and it's out of the cabinet. Let's have a look. I don't know, do I want my glasses on, off? I don't know, it's the new 08, I'm starstruck. Also, the Electrostar is here as well, look at that. I've not had a chance to see this up close and personal yet, so that's really nice to see. And then we've got a few models that we saw here last year, but they've come on massively since then. So the pannier tanks, were those, I think we had a couple of decorated samples last year. Now I think the whole lineup is here, and these look great. The London Transport looks really good, but also the standard Great Western ones just looking brilliant. Quite an interesting green on that. Has it got sprung buffers? Oh yeah, sprung buffers. And another one.
Look, everyone's holding them out today.
Panniers everywhere. Finally, the Hunslets. This is the other one that really caught my eye. Look at that khaki Hunslet. Oh goodness, that looks great. Again, they've got a lineup of those as well. They look wonderful. The only thing is now, when are they coming out? I'm really, really chomping at the bit for the 08, for the Hunslet and the pannier, and basically everything else. So hopefully by the time we come next year, a lot of this stuff will be out. Maybe not the 08, but we can keep our fingers crossed. I think I've stolen the keys to the cabinet. I'm going to get myself a Class 08 early. So, all the handrails, the tiny little handrails, are all individual obviously, but they are absolutely infinitesimally fine. Wow. So I can see, a lot of people have been saying to me, how do you know this is going to be better than the Bachmann one before you've got it in your hands? I've got it in my hands, it's going to be better than Bachmann's. Look how fine these are. The etched grills look amazing. What an improvement that is. Opening cab doors as well, and they're not sprung, so they won't slam shut like the Hornby ones do. I don't really know why they did that, but obviously that's great. You can run the things with the doors open this way. The lamps look great. Yeah, different types of lamps across the tooling as well. Yeah, there's just something about the resolution of this. It kind of just looks a little bit finer than what we've seen before. The springs, for example, the springs look right. That's really nice to see. I don't know if you can see the coupling rods. Really, really fine cast coupling rods. Sprung buffers. Yep, sprung buffers. Right, let's put it back before I get in trouble. There's still one next year when they've got the decorated samples. What do you reckon it is, Chloe? What do you think it's making?
I want to say something layout-wise.
Yeah, I think it's...
Or maybe like a big wooden train.
It looks like a baseboard to me.
Pre-cut wooden baseboards, they'll never work.
So we're here on the Kato stand where they're allowing people to build little tiny layouts on a single piece of track. So Chloe is going to have a go. She's being taught what to do right now. Well, we'll leave her to it. We'll go and have a look at some more manufacturers and we'll come back and see what it looks like when it's done. You don't very often see a full-size steam loco in this room. Diana. To change your name to Diana. Diana and Sam. I'm on board the Sirdar. Tempting to drive it away, but it isn't in steam, obviously. However, apparently there's an air tank hooked up to the whistle. They're not sure if there's any air left in it, but I'm going to give it a try. No. But it was tooting this morning, and every time it did, it made Chloe jump. So maybe it's a good job it's run out. Pippin. Yeah, not tooting, pippin. Yeah. And then down here, the actual model. So here we are at the Rapido stand, and we've not done an exhibition for a while, so there's a lot of new stuff here. First thing, the S160. Absolutely fantastic. So these are fully decorated, and there's a running sample as well, so you can actually see what these look like in motion. And the LMR Blue looks absolutely fantastic. There's a lot of LMR Blue locos to look at today. Another of my absolute favourites is just behind. We've got the Ivor, the engine samples. Again, I know these have been on the exhibition circuit for a little while, but I've personally not seen these personally. So amazing to see Ivor, the engine there, running around with sound, and all of the cardboard cutouts and figures as well. Just brilliant. Another one is the Midland 483. We saw some samples not too long ago posted, but they do have a running sample here as well. So again, for me personally, this is the first time I've seen this thing running. Plus, of course, it's hauling the Evolution coaches, and there's a lot of those to see here. The teak version is looking great with the teak finish on it. Lots of decorated samples of those as well to look at. Yeah, that's beautiful. So it's got adjustable lighting so that you don't have to have it on super intense if you don't want. If you do want to show off the interiors, you can crank it up a bit. So that's the county class. Tell you what, we've never seen a county class with this level of detail before. In fact, it's ever so slightly overwhelming on the Rapido stand because there is so much going on. The Manning Wardle, decorated sample of that, I caught a glimpse of that. Not sure when those are due, but hopefully it won't be too long. Then there's the Caledonian single, of course, undecorated at the moment, but still quite exciting to finally see this in person. And who knows, maybe there will be some colour on this by the time the next exhibition comes around. And here's a look at the new Great Northern tank engine, only just announced, the C12. Such a strange looking engine this, and the 442 wheel configuration, famously quite challenging in model railways. I always remember the Oxford Rail Adams radial tank. That loco always struggled, so hopefully, and I think they will, Rapido are going to do a better job of this. Goodness gracious, the J52, that's there, fully decorated as well. Apparently those are not too far away from being delivered, so that's exciting. There is so much going on. In fact, maybe we should do a bit of a montage. Well, here we are at Buggleskelly Station to see what is new. A couple of new items out here. The radio station here, which looks really good. I love the sort of Art Deco look of that. And an all-new Santa Claus figure, which looks great at this kind of scale, but if you really want to see the level of detail on the figure, look at this thing. A much larger version, and yeah, the detail on this is incredible. It's very, very well done. Do you know who we've not seen? We've not seen KR models. This is like a hallowed spot. This is about where they were last time, but they're not here. And apparently they weren't at the Great Electric Train Show either.
Do you think you've gone into hiding?
I don't got into hiding. Well, this is a lot of people have paid in full for a lot of models, and they've been very quiet. They've not really been making updates. There's not been much social media presence. A lot of people have questions for KR models, but they're not here, so that's weird. It just occurred to me that. So yeah, if anybody looking for answers on KR models, I haven't got them. I suppose you could try emailing them. But yeah, they're not here. So here we are at the Wren Project, and apparently the real Wren, back in the 1980s, was it?
Yeah.
Had a massive failure, and these guys are building a brand new one from scratch. So to raise money, they're selling all sorts of things, but they've got these little 009 kits, which you can pick up for £20, and all you need is a chassis, and you can make the thing run. And so far, they've raised the money to buy the buffers. Got buffers for the new loco, and what are you raising for now? The frames. So it's another great project, and hopefully they'll get the money together, and we'll see a new build loco before too long. Is it done? That looks so good, actually. So I think everybody, we have found somebody to build the Sam's Trains layout when it finally happens. That's it, you're obligated now. There we go, a train runs over it. Hey, perfect. Well, it's all right looking though, isn't it? It's not bad. Does it run all right?
Did you have a go with it?
Yeah, go on. Chloe. There, my coal wagons. Yeah. Use the non-sprung buffers against the buffer stop.
It's even non-sprung.
Yeah, it's the first thing I tested.
This is one of the ones that you didn't want to review.
Yes, exactly. Do we couple this up to my wagons? I don't know. I don't know if I want that. Right. Well, there isn't enough seating, so we're on the ground. And I want to address a big question. A lot of people have been saying, don't you think the exhibition is smaller this year? And I think it does seem a little bit smaller. As you can see, there is a lot of empty, unused space in this hall. And it begs the question, is it worth it? Is this exhibition worth coming to? Because for a single day, it is more expensive than last year. Last year, it cost £20 each for the day. This year it costs £22 each for the day. Now there is a change, because if you want to come for the entire weekend, if you want to come for 2 days, there is a weekend ticket. So for £40 you can come for both days, and that's the same price as we paid last year. So it is good to see a weekend ticket, but it's no cheaper on last year, it's the same price. It begs the question though, is there enough to do here for an entire weekend? Do you need 2 days? And that is what I'm not really sure of. I'm not convinced there is quite enough to do here for 2 entire days. It does seem like a smaller exhibition this year. Now in terms of layouts, I think there's one more layout than there was last year. I think there are 64 layouts this year. So I don't think it's any smaller in terms of layouts, but in terms of manufacturers, which is kind of what I like to come and see, things aren't quite so good. There's a lot of big names missing. So there's no Bachmann, Dapol are missing again. We've got no KR models this year, no Cavalex. So quite a few big names. I mean, Bachmann is a really big name. They were not here. And in terms of the total number of stands, that's gone down quite a bit. So I pulled up the floor plans and did a bit of a count. So apparently last year there was 196 stands here at this exhibition. This year there's 189, so it is smaller. There is a little bit less going on. And of course there is another yearly exhibition here at the NEC, Key Model World. That happens in April, and that is a cheaper exhibition. This year the day ticket was £20 for that. Next year it's £20 as well. Bachmann do go, so that's a big manufacturer there. Cavalex were there this year as well, so it's a little bit better for the manufacturers. And yet they advertise this one as Britain's biggest model railway show. Now I was thinking, how can this be? So I pulled up the floor plan for Key Model World Live this year, and there was 188 stands there. At this show, there's 189 stands. So is that a coincidence? I don't know. Did they just get one more stand at this one so that they could call it the largest show? I don't know, that seems a little bit funky if you ask me. But yeah, it's smaller than last year. It's more expensive if you're just coming for the day. Honestly, I would think about trying Key Model World Live instead, because that's almost the same size, it's cheaper, and Bachmann were there, and I was quite interested to see Bachmann this year, and it's a real shame they weren't here. Otherwise, I mean, it is a good exhibition, we've enjoyed it, there is a lot to see, there's a lot going on, the energy's really good, it's well organised, all of that stuff absolutely fine. But in terms of the content, in terms of the amount there is to see, it's lacking a little bit, which is a shame given the higher price. Looks like a model review. Anyway, let me struggle up to my feet now. Oh God, this is what 2 days of walking in Crocs does to you. Ah! All right, that was a bit over the top. It's not really that bad. All right, let's walk away. Tell you what, we've met so many people today, haven't we? Honestly, I don't know. Do you think it's more than ever before? So many people came to say hello. So if you saw us here, thank you ever so much for coming up to say hello. You know, it's kind of odd for me because I spend my entire year in a loft where there are no people, and no people to actually bounce ideas off. So I don't really know whether what I'm doing is really being enjoyed besides the comments and stuff. And so coming here every year is absolutely amazing, because we just get to hear from so many people who say they like the videos. It's kind of humbling, actually. It's really humbling. And I would not have it any other way. Because we could film this video, what do you reckon, a couple of hours? But because of all the people we're talking to, it takes like 2 days. But yeah, so many people said, oh, we're sorry to keep you. Don't be sorry. If you see us and you want to talk, let's do it, because that's what we're here for. We love to see you. So yeah, to everyone who said something nice and came up, thanks ever so much. It was really, really lovely to see you. And we got quite a few of you on camera, so you get your just desserts. Anyway. So we're back on the bus to finish off. That was it. That was the National Festival of Railway Modelling. Is that it? I think so. Anyway, you've heard what we thought about, well, you've heard what I thought about it. If you came, what did you think about it? If you didn't come, look at the different footage, look at what people have said. What do you reckon? Do you think this is as big as last year? Do you think it's worth the money? Let us know. Worth the money or not though, it's a great exhibition to come to. It really is. You can find out what's going on. There's always one or two little announcements. I'll be talking about those in the next news video. Always something to see, always new samples to look at. So from my point of view, who likes the manufacturing side and the engines, this show I think will always be worth coming to. Will we come again next year? Well, I don't know, because of course the other shows are also worth coming to. But we've enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it, Chloe? She's been an amazing camera person. She's been giving me loads of ideas, helping me out, supporting me. Couldn't do these videos without her because I haven't got a tripod. Anyway, I'll let you go. Thanks for watching. You take care, folks. Cheers, everybody. Is that a wrap?
It's a wrap.
Oh, it's a wrap.
I know.
Thank God, my legs are killing me.